Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we'll be making this beautiful a-shaped gown with that pom-pom design under. So these are the fabric that I'll be using. I'm using this crepe. You can use crepe, doshet, scuba, but this is what I'm using. So this is the net that I'll be using to create that ball design, which is called pom-pom. So I want to mix the color. I want it to be this color and this color. So before we do that, we're going to go over to the pattern drafting. So guys, this is my pattern paper. So guys, this is going to be my starting point. The length of the gown that I'm using is assume that this paper is on fold. So the length of the dress I'm using, I'm making this for a 3-year-old. Depends on the length, but the length I'm using for this child, I'm using length 24. But I'll be putting the hemming allowance and joining allowance and shoulder into consideration. So I'm going to do 25 and half. So half inches for the shoulder, while 1 inch for the hemming allowance at the down part. So I'm going to rule it out. So it depends on the measurement of your client. So this is my starting point, right? This is my end point. So I'll move over to adding a shoulder. A shoulder is 9 inches divided by 2 and half, 4.5. Mind is the sleeveless dress. Then I'm going to come down by half an inch for shoulder slopes. So I'm going to go my shoulder width. I'm going to take 2.25, which is 2.25. I don't want it to be very wide. Then for the down part also, I'm going to take 2.25. So I'm thinking whatever I'm taking here, that is what I'm taking here. So this is my neckline. So for the back, I'm going to take 1.5 inches. So this is it. For the arm open depth, I'm going to come down by 5 inches. Then I'll mark whatever I have at the shoulder point here also, which is 4.5. Then I'm going to connect it together. So this this 5 inch that came down is going to serve as the chest line. So our chest is 24 divided by 4, we have 6 inches. I don't want it to be a from here. I want it to have a little bit shape, so I'm going to take a half length. A half length is 10.5 inches, but I'm going to go up by 1 inch because I want it to be up. So our waist is 23 inches, so I'm going to take it now. So 23 divided by 4, we have 5 inch and a quarter. Then our hip is 28 inches. So I'm not marking hip here. I'll just come to the end part of the cloth and put my 28 inches. 28 inches divided by 4, we have 7 inches. I'm going to add 1.5 inches extra. So on each of the measurements, I'm going to add 1.5 inches extra. So when I'm sewing, I'm going to sew with 1 inch. So this 1.5 inches mean half inch for ease and 1 inch for sewing allowance. This dress is going to have a zipper at the back, so don't bother about it being tight when the baby is about to wear it. So it will have a zipper at the back. So I'm just going to connect this to meet with this. So this is it. This is all about the drafting. So this is the main body, why this is the sewing allowance. So for the armhole curve, I'm going to take the midpoint, which is 2.5. So I'm going to connect this to this to this. I'm using my free hand. If you have your French curve, please use your French curve. So I'm connecting this. So for the front, I'm going to come in by half inch. You can decide to do that or you can decide to leave it. But I'm coming in by half an inch. I'm sorry, this my pen is misbehaving. So this is what I have. So first of all, I'm going to cut this line. Then after cutting the back, I'll use it to, and then I'll cut the front. So this is the pattern I have. So this is one pattern for the two, back and front. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the back first. So I'm going to cut this out now. So guys, I'm done cutting the back. You can see it. So this extra, like I said, is for my zip allowance. So I'm going to take this out, set this back aside. So guys, this is the back, while this is the front. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to open it and place right side to right side. I'm going to go ahead and the shoulder with half inch. I'll same this other side. I'll join the shoulder with half inch also. After joining the shoulder, I'm going to come to the side. Remember, I left 1 inch for sewing allowance. I'm going to join it at the side with 1 inch on both sides. Then after that also, I'll go ahead, move over to the back. The zip allowance, I left 1 inch for the zip allowance. So I'm going to take the measurement of where I want my zipper to stop. Then from that point, I'm going to stitch it with 1 inch to the down part of the dress. So after doing this, I'll use my bias tape. I'm going to use this bias tape. So before I do this, I'll show you how to achieve the pom-pom flower. So I've gone ahead to do the ones that I'll be using. So these are the ones that I did. I'll show you how we'll fix it. But let me just show you how I achieved this. So I have this that I made. So I made this from a carton. I just did it. So I have the width, I have 3 inches. What I did is that I just got the midpoint of the paper. Then from the midpoint, I just marked 3 inches round to have a circle. You can use a bowl, you can use anything that has a cover. If it's a plate, you can just place it on your carton and trace it out. So after doing this, I just opened a 1 inch circle space at the middle. Then I cut it for easy access to wrap this. Some they don't cut it, they'll just be taking it through from one hole to the other, but for easy access I have to cut it this way. So what I did, this is my piece of net. So I have 2.5 inches width. The longness depends on how long you want. So this is like 60 inches long. So I have 4 of it. So I'm using 4 of this to make 1 of this. So what I did is that I doubled it because I want it to be fast. You can do it in a single form or you can still do it in a double form. So I doubled it for it to be fast. So what I will do, I will just place it like this. Wash carefully. So I'll place it this way. Then I'll start wrapping it. I'll wrap it very tight. So I'll just wrap like this. So I'll wrap it very tight. So after I'm done with this, I'll take the other 2 sets and wrap it again, wrapping until you get the fullness of what you want. And if you want it to be wider than this, that means you have to, your carton is going to be wider than this, and your cutting is going to be like 4 inches wide. So when you do it, you are going to have a very wide ball. But this is what I want, hence I'm doing this one. So after doing this, I'm just going to take my scissors and place it in between the carton. Then I'll cut it out. So cut it out. After cutting, you get a piece of the net. You can get a piece of. So after cutting it, you get a piece of the net. I like placing from this end. So you open the carton at the middle, then you tie. You tie very firmly, very firmly. emphasis very firm for it not to pull out. So you tie very firmly, then you remove from the carton. So I'll just trim. So this is what I have. So I have it. So I will move over to the sewing. After sewing it, then I'll come and show you how to fix this, and we are done with our dress. So guys, this is the base of the dress. We are done. So this is how it is. So here is the back. I've gone ahead to fix the zipper. Everything is ready. So what is left is to press this with iron. Then next, what we're going to do, the last thing we're going to do, we'll start fixing this stuff, the pom pom on it. So I'll fix it like this. So I'm going to use my needle and thread to tack it from the front to the side. I'll do that and I'll come show you. So guys, here's the finished look of the dress. So I had to put the bow tie also. I used the two color of the fabric. So this is what we have. Thank you for staying with us to the end of this tutorial. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.